Yeah, don't give up your day job. First, though, to a tragic case and something of a mystery. 3 years ago, a woman's body was found washed up on a remote beach in southwest Scotland. Detectives have never managed to establish her identity. Today, they're appealing to Crimewatch Roadshow viewers to help them piece together who she was.
Someone is missing her. Someone loves her. Someone out there is looking for answers.
On the 9th of August 2017, holidaymakers enjoying a walk on a beach near the Mull of Galloway in Scotland made an upsetting discovery. Lying on the shoreline was the body of a woman.
When you get the initial call for something like this, you've got so many questions you need answered. How's the female ended up here? How long has she been here for? And what's actually happened to her? And these are all questions that's running through your head.
DS Gary Mitchell was one of the first on the scene.
The body was confirmed as lying face down and being partly clothed, and it was clear that obviously the body was badly decomposed.
Police began to try and piece together information to find out who this woman was and how she came to be washed up on such a remote beach.
We didn't know why she had washed up here.
The post-mortem of the body revealed very little about the woman, and there were no matches on the national DNA database for missing people.
So we were no further forward at that time to identify the female.
The officers turned to the items found on the woman for clues.
She had black jeans on, size 10, sold by Primark in the UK. So from that, it gave us an understanding that the female either lived in the UK or had been in the UK at some point in her life.
Inside her jeans pocket was also a handwritten letter in a sealed bag.
I was very, very surprised at finding this letter, but certainly it appeared to be written by this woman. But unfortunately for us, there was no name to assist us with our inquiries.
They called upon specialist handwriting experts to examine the letter in more detail.
Now, what was distinctive about the letter was that the grammar and the way some of the letters were written in that note, they were able to offer opinion that the person writing the letter was educated, possibly in Asia or Far East Asia.
Next, detectives worked with specialists in tidal patterns to find out where the woman had entered the water.
They were able to, with a high degree of confidence, determine that the female had been in the water for at least 28 days. She'd been washed ashore for up to 3 to 4 days, and possibly the body has fell into the water between Bangor and Ballywater in Northern Ireland and came across the Northern Channel.
Officers focused their inquiries on those parts of Northern Ireland, but still no one fitted the description. They needed a clearer image, so they turned to a team of forensic artists in Liverpool for help.
We were asked to recreate the face of an individual in the hope that then someone would recognise her. We had a lot of information. We had lots of good photographs from the scene. We had information about her hair and her skin, and the skull was mostly intact. This is the 3D model of her skull, so this software allows us to build the anatomical structures of the face, muscle by muscle. We can use detail of the skull to tell us about some of those facial features, like the ears, form of the nose, and the lip shape and position. The pegs allow us to put a skin layer over the top so that we can then see the overall face shape build up. We can produce a likeness. It's not a portrait. This is probably one of the more accurate representations because of the amount of information that we had.
For the officers who've worked tirelessly on this case, the hope is that someone will recognise this image and finally give this woman a name.
Someone has got to know this female. She is either a friend, a family member, a mum or a daughter. Until she's identified, we can't return her back to her family.
Such a sad case. Take another look at that image now, though. As you saw there, detectives are desperate to find out who this woman is and give her family some closure, wherever they may be. She's described as 4'11" tall, thought to be young to middle-aged, educated in possibly Asia or Far East Asia. She was found on the 9th of August 2017 on a very remote rocky beach known as Portcorkie Bay near Drummore on the west coast of Scotland, not far from the Mull of Galloway. She was wearing black skinny jeans, size 10 from Primark, and Harry Potter logo underwear similar to these, and police believe she may have entered the water between Bangor and Ballywater in Northern Ireland.